Hi Scorpio, thank you for joining me here. This is gonna be your love message reading. So I'm gonna be picking up your energy and the person you are dealing with, or any kind of significant energy that you are entangled with, okay? And I'm gonna get 3 cards from you from this deck and 3 cards for them from other deck, and then we're gonna go through it. And I do take jumpers only. Sometimes it takes more time to get cards, so if you don't wanna watch me shuffle or speak over, you can fast forward it if you want to, okay? All right, let's see. Oh, love, strength. Okay. I don't know, I got all gushy. Okay, let's get 2 more. Ten of air in reverse. One more. And then Empress in reverse. Okay, and let's get their card. Their energy. Hold on. Justice in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, and then these two. Five of Wands in reverse and the Hermit. Oh well. Okay. Definitely there is something. Okay, something went. It's like now is the time, whether to go for it or leave it. Now is the time. That's the overall thing. I mean, just first impression I'm getting. Let's get deeper into this. I feel, Scorpio, that you are finally coming to terms with something. Like this relationship has a lot of toxicity, and it has a lot of impulsive decision, repetition of the same thing. Like one day you are saying, okay, we are gonna be all good, I forgive you, forgive me, I love you, you love me. Next day it's just the opposite. It's just a constant roller coaster ride. It had been a constant roller coaster ride for you, and you have been contemplating a lot, like what kind of role you had played and you have to play in this. And I feel like you are really doing a lot of you have done a lot of inner work, like even though it had been a really difficult, like there is a lot of intensity between this in this connection, but this connection is never settled. It feels like it's always like on the edge. Anytime it can break it, but when it make it, it feels very good, it feels very satisfactory. But it doesn't last for like long, like it's like a momentary satisfaction. There's like a disruption erupts, this kind of volatile kind of situation. And I feel like that, like, yeah, you are you are coming to terms with your own, like, that you are not perfect. That you have certain things. You may be a very strong personality. You like to put forward what you believe and what you think went wrong and what you think was right. You may be a little bit boastful and forceful, and you are trying to, like, you have been reflecting on your the part that you played in this relationship, and you are coming to terms, and you are really accepting yourself. You are really accepting yourself, and there is a sense of self acceptance and self love that is growing in your heart, which is very good, which is really warming. very warm, very warm. I cannot take my eyes off between this, like maybe that's why I feel like, oh, you remember when I got this card, it's like that kind of good, like, it's like, oh, like it's like that, this the way you hugging, like, like this person is hugging, cuddling with this lion, it feels that kind of warmth, this kind of it emits that kind of warmthness. And I really feel that this is you accepting yourself, you accepting yourself, because this relationship has been such a turmoil, at the same time such an intense journey for you. It kind of revealed a lot about yourself, and you are really not fighting with it, you are like going with it and really accepting it. It's like I feel a like complete sense of acceptance and love and warmth for yourself, that you are getting. And like for them, I mean, they also went through it, they also went through it. They, it this whole journey was so intense for both of you that it brought out a different alter ego for both of you. You came to know like how to come in terms with your own thing that you do, like some things that kind of played a part in this role, and they come to, they kind of confronting through this process, which they thought definitely not just, it also felt very overwhelmingly turmoil for them, heavily intense, but they also came to, it's like a confronting their own shadow, confronting their own shadow. They also seeing that, like they have a, kind of darker side, like, which is like they did not face that darker side before. They thought that like they always have been very calm and composed and, like understanding kind of person, but this whole journey kind of brought out this, like, like what you why you are trying to take me down, I'm gonna take you down with me, that kind of forceful energy also they had inside of them, like we all do. You all are made of light and shadow. This relationship, because this relationship had been so intense, it brought out that aspect in them, and they are really confronting it. They're really like, it's not like they're confronting it willingly, it's like almost like if they look at the mirror and they see the other side of themselves. And like this journey has been a real challenge for them. They had been thinking and feeling that it is not just, it is not fair, there is a lot of unfair, like kind of feelings that has been, like coming to them. It's like they are almost like transforming into somebody else through this relationship. They're almost like seeing a whole different version of themselves, you know and 10 of air, in reverse. This is really nice to see that. I feel like finally, I really feel a lot of, I really sense a lot of self love for you, lot of healing and lot of self acceptance at your end. You are not blaming anybody, you are not blaming them, you are just taking the situation as it is, taking the situation, given that this relationship, the dynamics of this relationship, the dynamics of this connection, the nature of this connection is so intense that it brought out a different aspect, a different layer that you both were not aware of before, to the forefront. And you are like, okay, so I need to accept certain things of myself. I cannot just beat myself down, I cannot just blame others for my, for my own thing, like I cannot do any longer, I cannot do this any longer, just blaming others and feel good for a time being and not really taking the responsibility, excuse me, the responsibility and the, like the responsibility and this, like to ourselves. And you are like, you are really accepting this, and you feel there's a lot of healing going on with you. There's a lot of healing going on. Within this process of this turmoil and all this, there is a sense of shredding for you, sense of shredding, sense of like unburdening certain things from your shoulder. And you feel like, okay, I am accepting myself, I am getting ready for the the to be who I really am at this moment, really accepting myself in all its shadows and lights. That kind of, it's like a very spiritual energy that I'm getting out of you. And this stain of air, it's like that. It's like it's coming to you. you know it's really coming to you. Oh, I just got something else. Hold on. Okay, I just got that you are, it's not that easy for you though. This process is not that easy for you. You go back and forth too. You go back and forth. Sometimes you feel like, okay, this is, I'm accepting. The next time you feel this burden all over again. Then you feel like, why this relationship became so intense, why this relationship became so toxic and kind of almost like an abusive way. Why, like, then your brain kind of come in and take over, but at the same time you shred. So it's like, you're doing kind of a little bit of mixed dance with this energy. Yeah, you're doing a little bit of mixed dance with this energy. And while they're, like, look at this, they also thought like, for, they thought that this is it. They thought that you are the one that they wanna open their heart to, they wanna give their soul to, and they gave in a certain way. But the whole process became so toxic and intense. They hold that love, but they are like, okay, that's not it. It's a wrong soulmate, it's a wrong connection. I thought it was nice, and it was this, but they're like, no, this is not. This is not. So they are also going back and forth. See, you both are going back and forth while you are trying to heal and accept yourself much more inclusively, much more wholly, holistically. But you are like, and that's fine, because we are all human, and we are like, we are layered with complex emotion. So it's nothing is linear and one way. Like, so one day you feel like that, next day other aspect of the emotion, on the same emotion comes up. And that's fine. It's always this dance. We have to do a little bit of dance before we can settle down onto something. And this dance is good because it shows a different aspect of our human experiences. Same with them. They are like going for, they're really hurt. They are really hurt because they like, I feel like you always knew that you are very quite intense person, and kind of deep and intense. And but for them, like, they thought themselves that they not thought themselves. It's not that that their thought is wrong or something. It's not like that. They had been in their life before this relationship started, had been very, very, like, very straightforward, very, like, I love you, and like, very direct, very, very, like, okay, it, this is it. Like, there is, it was kind of simple way for them to be. And now this kind of complexity brought out a different aspect out of them, and they kind of, they really got hurt. They really got hurt. They thought that, oh, love you, I thought that you are my soulmate, you are my only one, you are the one. I thought all these things, but now I'm questioning it. And the moment they question it, they see the different aspect. They confront with a different version of themselves, because they're the person, usually they don't question things. They just go. Everything is simple, everything is nice, everything is in order. But the moment this relationship shook their foundation, and it's like they confront with this another version of themselves, and then they feel like, okay, this is a wrong soulmate. But at the same time, they cannot escape what they feel for you, because Ace of Cups is there, it's in reverse, because they don't, they feel like it's a wrong, but at the same time they know that they feel this strong pull towards you, and they also feel that kind of thing, that you are their soulmate when they got into this relationship and during that relationship or connection. Empress in reverse, yeah, like, I feel like, yeah, you are really strong. Like, you want to, you are getting to accept yourself much more, but at the same time you are having trouble to really do something with that love, really be content with that love. You are accepting certain a lot of things about yourself at this moment, but the process is ongoing. Right now you cannot take this energy and make it into something more, something more, like you are not contained with this. You are working through this process, you are working through this acceptance of yourself. You are not yet there to really be content with who you are, so that you can grow further, so that you can invest in other relationship or any kind of other connection or this connection per se, like those kind of things. You are not there yet, you are not there yet, you're not there yet. I'm gonna go back to this, but I feel like I need to Five of Wands in reverse. Yeah, they are really like, they are so hurt. They are like, I'm not, they, you both don't want to fight anymore, you both don't want to fight anymore. This is just exhausting, this is just exhausting. you know you both wanted to reach for something very deep, something very innate, something very cold, something very raw. But through the process of, while you are doing this to reach that fire, to reach that primitive fire within both of you, you found like this, especially they found, I feel like this is for both of you, but they specifically found the shadow self or her themselves. And they're like, oh, is that me? I never saw myself in that way. And this, and they're like, okay, I'm not fighting anymore, I'm not going for this I need some kind of spiritual, I need to cut myself off from this intensity, from this volatile turmoil. I need to go somewhere, I need to just be on myself, I need to think it through, because there is a lot of revelation coming for them about themselves through this relationship. And they are like, wanna take just time off, they just wanna reflect on what just happened, because it just brought out some aspect of themselves that they were not never aware of. But they are, it is them, it's not like some kind of like a projection going on, it is them. But they never saw their shadow before, so they are like really perplexed, and they're like, okay, I need time off to really process this. I cannot just go on with this intensity and turmoil again and again, because that's not gonna lead me to any kind of understanding of myself. So they're taking time off, they're pretty clear here. But I'm gonna get one more card for you, Empress. Like what is going on there? Okay. World. Okay, so it's saying that, I'm saying that you both need this. Yeah, Scorpio. They need Hermit to reflect. You need a lot of spiritual healing as well. You both need healing. This connection burned you. Both burn you. Completely burned you. It's like, it's not a bad way. It just a, some incident bring up truth so naked way that we are not ready to confess. We are not ready to see it. And that nakedness kind of burns our skin, because it's just so raw, and we're not ready to that kind of accepting that kind of rawness. This relationship is not bad or good or toxic or anything, it's just bringing out a lot of rawness from both of you, for both of you. And like the world is like, you need to do a lot of spiritual healing before you can actually turn that energy into something more productive, something more accept. There is a lot of like, take time off, take time off. I feel like you are already doing it, but you are going back and forth a little bit, but that's normal. Just, I'm really saying that if you are guys all like still together in some way, take complete time off from each other. That's gonna help you. Take time off. They're gonna do it, they're gonna do it. And you need to do it too. With the world, you need to do it too. Oh, I heard that I need to look at this card. Something to do with, even like, take a complete healing of like any kind at night, at night you know, give yourself a lot of alone time during night, and also go somewhere, travel a little bit, but not travel like a touristic way. Travel just to be someplace, and just some different place, and just immerse into this place through different, through moments, not like I need to go there, go there, go there, checklist. No, just, it doesn't have to be even, touristic area to see something extraordinary or anything. It could be some kind of isolated town, and just stay there for a month or so, and then just do your stuff day to day, and spend a lot of lone time at night, and travel. Yeah, I'm getting this. Travel gonna help you. This healing, travel gonna help you, because the empress energy, you want to be empressed, you want to, you want to, you are in the process of accepting yourself, because you want to bring that energy into your work, into your, like, whatever you do in life, whether it's a relationship, project, or anything. But right now you are not ready to translate that self-love energy into a very, like, attuned action of yourself, like, you need a lot of healing. So separate, like, it doesn't mean that you guys are separating from each other, but this whole situation got in both of you, like, on a rift. So you guys need some time apart to understand and to reflect on who you have becoming, and what kind of inner persona you have been inter- encountering with, and what they have to say, what those personas have to say to you. So all these kind of things cannot happen when you are constantly in a roller coaster ride with another person. So separation is needed, but separation doesn't mean that you guys not gonna be together. I don't know, like, maybe after a time apart, you guys gonna be more attuned with the with this, with your shadow side, and you are gonna be more attuned with your how to accept yourself. Then you guys can come together in a much more, like, synced way, and it's gonna be much more calmer, because ace of cups, they have this kind, they really have the love for you. They think that you are their soulmate, but now they don't want to believe that, because they confronted with something bigger than that thought, and that is their own shadow self, and they don't know who that person is, because they never saw that before. So they need a lot of reflection and spirituality and long time to figure things out, process through it. And same with you. So, like, just, it's fine, and take that little hiatus break. Okay, I hope you get something out of it, and I will see you next time. Take care.